CHAP tales. Don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales? Hello people, what is happening? Welcome to another CHAP tale, baby. Okay, so been digging as usual and all that. Okay, so yeah, I thought of a story that happened that was quite amusing at the time. When we turned like 17, me and my pals, just like cars was the thing. Get a car. But yeah, I think we was probably 18 by the time this happened. But my pal Dean, he's one of it wasn't his first car, it was his second car, I think. It was a Golf Mark II Golf GTI in British Racing Green, if that's what you call it. And it had big BBS alloys, all the windows were tinted, it had a massive exhaust, it was a little bit of a flying machine. Yeah, so, and well, it don't matter what car I had, because we're not talking about my car this time, we're talking about Dean's car. So anyway, one night we used to just like go cruising around, you know what I mean, seeing what's happening. And one particular night, me, Dean and our pal Frank was in the motor. Frank was in the back, I was in the passenger seat, Dean was driving. We're flying about, and then we just decided to go up to Alexandra Palace, and we weren't going ice skating neither. No, there was like quite a large car park at the side of the Ali Pali ice rink, and a lot of times boy racers used to just go there for a meet up and that, and you know what I mean, park up, walk around, have a look at everyone's cars, they look at your car, whatever. So we're in Kentish Town, I suppose, and yeah, we decide to go to Ali Pali. So yeah, so Dean starts making his way to Ali Pali, and we go through Crouch End and that, and through to where like this hill is. It's at the bottom of Muswell Hill, and I can't remember what the other road's called. But anyway, it's like a big hill that goes up to where the Ali Pali ice rink and venue is, and that's where the car park is, where everybody used to go to meet up. So we're at the traffic lights, about to cross over the massive junction to start climbing the hill to Ali Pali, and we just noticed that on the, like, facing us there at the lights on the other side is a big meat wagon full of old Bill, and like Dean's car, you know what I mean, tinted windows and big roaring engine, massive alloy wheels, you know what I mean, it's a red rag, isn't it, to the old Bill. They see that, they're like, right, we're gonna pull him over. So anyway, the lights go, we cross the junction, and they cross, and they're looking down at us, can't see us though because of the tints. So we start to climb the hill, and I said to Dean straight away, I said, Dean, mate, they're going to come pull us over any second, I'll tell you. And he's like, no, they're going the other way. I went, any second now, they're going to spin round. And as I said it, their lights came on, and they've done a U-turn, and they've come flying behind us, like, and like sort of bloop, bloop, got us to sort of pull over. Anyway, so we've pulled over, and then they've, like, it's a wagon full of about, I don't know, 6 officers, you know what I mean. So a couple of them jumped out, come over to Dean's window. He's like put it down, the old electric window, and they sort of said to Dean, hello mate, whose motor is this? He's like, it's my motor. They're like, okay, just going to take your name and that, and we'll see if it's your motor, shall we? He's like, yeah, alright. So anyway, while this officer's doing that to Dean, I'm just sitting there, and my door has just opened, like one of the other officers has opened the door, like, and he's like, do you want to jump out, mate? Come over here. And I was like, oh, for God's sake. So I get out of the car and I go over, and then he's doing the checks on me that they do, you know what I mean? Not against the police doing these checks, because I think I'm all for the police, nice one. But yeah, so they're checking me out at the side of the road, and then the guy that's talking to Dean, like, he's like, actually, like, look, turn your engine off, mate, because he still had the engine running, and they're like, can you jump out as well, and we'll come over here to the side of the road, because the policeman was like standing proper in the road, like, to talk to Dean through his window. So Dean jumped out. Anyway, we come over, and then they're doing the checks on me and Dean or whatever, and they come back all sweet, like, but you could just tell that this whole bill wanted to get us for something. So they're like, we've been told that you've had drugs in the car, like puff or whatever. And I was like, no, we ain't got nothing. Oh, we ain't done nothing, you know what I mean? We're just going up there to meet up, because that's where loads of car people go to meet up, and we're just going to go and have a look at some cars and stuff. And they're like, all right, we're just going to check the car first, all right? So one of the officers has gone to my door, and he's like, he's in there on the seat, he's checking everything. Right, so we're all standing there, and it was quite funny because the officer's in there doing stuff, and as he's like looked round in there or whatever, he's noticed that Frank is sitting in the back of the car, and he's gone, oh shit. He goes, there's another one of them in the back, like, and straight away the other officers who are with us are saying, why didn't you tell us your friend was in the back? Why didn't you tell us? And I was like, well, you didn't ask. And he was like, so anyway, they got Frank out of the car, and then they think like Frank's some big whatever, and they start doing a check on him, and it's come back all clear, and then they start on Dean for his tinted windows. They're like, oh, I think they're against regulations, I think you're gonna have to take them tints off or whatever, like. And I actually heard that people have, like, the police have made them de-tint the car at the side of the road, and I was thinking, God, don't do this to Dean, you know what I mean? This is just not good, man. So they're telling us, and then Dean's like, oh, well, I did check it before, like, and they was all right, but I promise you, when I get home, I'll check it again, and if they're illegal or whatever, they're not roadworthy, whatever you want to call it, I will take them off, I promise you. And then it was like, all right. And so, and then the guy that was checking the car, once Frank was out of the car, he's gone back in the back checking, like, and he's come out, and then he's gone to the boat, and he's checking the boat, like, and all that. And then he was like, all right, there don't seem to be anything in the car, which there weren't, because, do you know what I mean, we just didn't have nothing naughty, we was going to look at some cars. So then he's come to us back to where we're all standing or whatever, and he said, all right, go on, but don't drive fast. And we was like, we weren't driving fast, we was at a traffic light. And they was like, are you arguing with us? And I was like, no, we're not, we won't drive fast, we promise, and we'll check the tints tomorrow, we promise, we'll do everything you say tomorrow, promise. So he's like, all right, go on, do what you's doing. So we've all jumped in the motor, like, and straight away I said to Dean, Dean, pull off very nicely, make sure your red lights are all on properly, and do not, because all of us used to have like these little fog lights, like front and back, just to, because when you look at the front of the car and it's got these two little lights underneath the main lights, it just looks cool, doesn't it? But when it's not foggy, if you use them, they can do them. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, don't put your fogs on, whatever you do. I said, turn the music down, and, do you know what I mean, drive off nicely, you know what I mean? So we pulled away, like, and then we're looking in, well, Dean's looking in the mirrors, and he's saying they're just sitting there, and then we're getting further and further away, and then we're so far away that we can't even see them, like. So they didn't actually come to. Do you know what I mean? I think you think that they would come to the car park where there's about 30 cars that they could go through and try and get people on certain things. You know what I mean? But they didn't. Like, once we'd gone round the corner a bit and down the road a little bit and then into the car park, never saw them again. But it was just so funny. Like, this police officer that was searching the car, like, Frank's in the back being very quiet. It's all tinted windows, it's very dark, it was at night, you know what I mean, you can't see a thing. So Frank's just sitting there, do you know what I mean? And then the guy's searching the car, like, on the front seats and that, and Frank's sitting there in the back looking at him doing it, like. And he's noticed Frank and he's like, oh shit. He actually swore, which was quite funny, and it was like really hard for me to not burst out laughing. But I guarantee you, if I'd have burst out laughing, they would have had me for something, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I tied my shoelaces the wrong way. But yeah, it was funny. It was really, really funny. Alright, nice one. That's another little chat tale. Please like, subscribe, smash bells, comment, and all the rest of the palaver. Yeah, apparently it helps the channel. Not that this channel's like in the sky, but yeah, be nice if you could do those things for me. Love ya. Alright, nice one. Speak soon. Chat tales. Don't you wanna hear some chat tales?